Hello from Topeka. I'm Marley Carpenter, your KSCPA lobbyist. The 2023 legislature adjourned sine die late Friday night after passing the omnibus budget bill as well as the education budget bill in attempting to override many of the governor's vetoes. Sine die adjournment means that the 2023 legislative session is officially concluded and legislators will not be able to return to override any additional vetoes on bills that may occur. Traditionally, sine die comes 3 weeks after veto session ends, but this year leadership made a decision to combine the two and officially end the 2023 legislative session on the 89th day. Most notable during the 2023 veto session were 2 attempts by the Kansas Senate to override the governor's veto of a tax reduction bill, leaving millions in the state general fund as well as the rainy day fund. The education budget bill to fully fund education was passed without the controversial vouchers-like provisions, which were coupled with enhanced special education. The second education funding bill was not taken up, making it less likely a special session will be called. Finally, the SALT parity bill has passed, but in a tax bundle of other bills that is likely to be vetoed. The Kansas Senate failed to overturn Governor Laura Kelly's vote on Senate Bill 169, the $1.4 billion tax cut bill that would have enacted a single 5.15 individual income tax rate, an increase in the income tax standard deduction, the full repeal of the state portion of the sales tax on food, and a 1% reduction in the corporate income tax rate as set out in the Apex legislation passed in 2022. The Senate voted 26-14 on a bill, failing by 1 vote of the 27 votes needed to reverse the governor's veto. Former Republican Senator Dennis Pyle, who is now an independent, joined the Democrats to oppose the bill. On a second attempt, Carolyn McGinn, a Republican from the Wichita area, agreed to switch her vote, lending leadership the 27 votes they believe they needed for the override of the governor's veto. However, Senator Rob Olson from Olathe switched his second vote to uphold the governor's veto, and the reconsideration attempt failed by 2 votes, 25-14, with Senator Alicia Straub from Ellenwood passing on the second vote. 2 other tax bills were passed by the House and Senate in advance to the governor for her consideration. House Bill 2002 creates 2 sales tax exemptions, authorized additional sales tax authority for certain counties, and makes various changes to the property tax law and establishes a requirement for filing the release of tax warrants. Senate Bill 8 contains 18 tax provisions dealing with income sales and property tax. Key highlights include a freeze on the property tax for low-income seniors and disabled veterans, the SALT Parity Act, the allowance of land and buildings used in agritourism to be classified as agricultural use, allowing a taxpayer to subtract the net operating loss in determining their gross income, a sales tax exemption for telecommunication purchases, a cost of living adjustment for the standard deduction, and expansion of exemption for the Social Security benefits, amendments to the disability unemployment income tax credits, increase in the tax credits for adoption and child care expenses, and the creation of property tax exemption for certain businesses located in cities where facilities are owned by a government entity and compete against the business. Governor Kelly has been very critical about several provisions in Senate Bill 8, and many believe that the bill is at risk of being vetoed. The governor has 10 days from receiving the bill from the House and Senate to sign them, allow it to become law without her signature, or to veto the bill. If you have any questions about any of these tax provisions, please let myself or Danielle at the KSCPA office know, and we will be talking to you soon.